So this is going to be another training video, and as you remember from the range video, the unit with the longer range usually gets the first hit. So I'm going to show you this graph. So a Rhino tank has more health than a Mirage tank, but the Mirage tank does a little bit more damage. But this is a little misleading since the Mirage tank has armor-piercing bullets. And this is the range of tanks. You see the Mirage tank has 7 range, which should get the first hit, and the Rhino tank has 5.75, which are both good ranges. And this is the cooldown of tanks. They're both the same, so this really won't make a difference at all for this fight and for this video. And by the way, lower cooldown is better. So we're gonna 1 versus 1 Mirage versus Rhino tank. And you see the Rhino tank won. We're going to look at why and the screen over here. This is a little bit of math. You could pause it and read that. But 1 versus 1 Rhino tank wins. Here's 4 Mirages versus 4 Rhino tanks. So you see the Rhino tank wins, but only 1 survive. Now here's 4 Germans versus 4 Rhinos. And notice how the Rhino tank gets the first hit because it has 5.75 range versus 5 range. And you can see it in that chart. But the German tanks still win because they have 150 armor-piercing bullets. Now we're going to watch that in slow motion. Boom, boom, boom. Now here you go, 8 Mirage versus 8 Rhinos.
Unit lost.
And 3 survived, so that's pretty bad.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Want some shade? Now you see me? Soon you
I actually did a 12 versus 12, but the recording got messed up. But that's the result of it. You actually see 7 survive. Sorry, the footage got cut off there by accident. Now here's 5 Germans versus 5 Rhinos.
They got to get through me first. Taking position. Tank destroyer reporting. Nothing left but junk.
See, these are armor-piercing bullets, and it's 150 AP. 3 lived.
Deutschland's finest.
Now, we're going to throw 5 dogs each on each side. 5 dogs with 5 Rhinos and 5 German tanks against each other.
Tank destroyer reporting.
Now, boom, boom.
Taking position.
Unit lost.
In the field.
Unit lost.
Moving forward. Moving forward.
See, 2 live and 1 is half health. So look at this chart. Ultra AP, armament, weaponry. So it does 150 attack damage, which as you've seen in the Tesla tank video, Tesla tank is actually better even though its attack is only 15 lower. Because German tank destroyers could only fire at tanks and not build in infantry. And the dogs absorb some of the shots. So this is 16 versus 16.
Ore miner under attack. Unit lost.
I noticed the tank control makes a huge difference. If the Rhino tanks were right in front, the Prism might win that fight, 16 versus 16. Now here's it in slow motion. You see 8 shots could kill a Rhino tank from a Prism tank. And they have heavy armor too. So again, the tank control is a factor. But the splash damage, they need actually support because of such light tanks, light armor, and light HP tanks.
Unit ready.
So 7 Rhino versus 9 Grizzlies.
On our way, sir.
It's actually equal value of 6,300.
Unit ready.
But Rhinos still theoretically are stronger because you could notice it in when you play quick match and 1 versus 1, Rhinos usually win.
Unit lost.
But not all the time.
Unit ready.
You see my tank control?
Unit promoted.
It's a little bit better than the Soviets. Right here.
Ready.
So that time the Grizzly tanks won. Now we're gonna do it again.
Unit lost.
high speed, low drag. Ready. High speed.
Same thing again. We're gonna,
Secure.
but with 8 Grizzly tanks instead of 9.
Unit Unit lost.
This is actually a little bit too rough for the 8 Grizzly tanks.
Position.
Because they actually have even more money value, even though they do have a major advantage.
Unit lost.
Okay, now 7 versus 9 again. But this is a Soviet with better tank control than the last guy. And you see
Unit ready. Unit lost.
the Soviet won with 1 tank left. And here's the same thing, but lashes instead of Grizzly, which is actually the same thing exactly.
Unit lost.
Now, see, if he goes to a certain range,
Unit lost.
the bullets could hit me, but I can't hit him. But that's not too much of a factor in this fight. But you see, he actually won even worse. That has to do with tank control, not to do with the fact that lashes are weaker. They're exactly the same as
Construction complete. Unit lost.
Grizzly tanks.
Unit lost.
At that time, he had even better tank control, and must have been a mistake.
Construction options.
5 rhinos versus 5 rhinos, smear matchup. Let's see what happens this time.
Waiting order.
So this shows the power of tank control.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
See, well, he got a promotion. I don't know if that's luck or not, but
Unit ready.
5 versus 5. They should break even, because it's exactly the same
Unit
thing.
ready.
And here we go again.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
And I'm the green player. And that time I went with 2 tanks. So there you go.
Turn up the speed.
And here goes 18 lasher versus 14 rhinos. This is of equal value, by the way.
Unit lost.
Equal value of tanks.
Unit lost.
But for some reason, the rhinos tanks just swamped him really bad. Now here's 7 Germans versus 8 rhino tanks.
Advancing.
Because the German tanks were kicking the crap out of them before, now we're going to have 1 tank extra for the Soviet.
Unit lost.
And see how he's actually maneuvering around?
Unit lost.
So 1 tank less is a big difference. So 7 rhinos versus 7 German tank destroyers.
Unit lost.
They got to get through me first.
So there you go. So range and splash damage multiplies over heavier units. And sometimes tank control just makes a difference even if they're outnumbered.
In the field.
So I mean, the lessons of this game speak for itself.
Unit lost. Unit promoted.
But remember, with dogs there's a difference. So make sure you like and subscribe, everybody, and leave a comment. I actually had to dig up a lot of data to put these charts up, so it took a lot of effort. So thanks for watching.